everyone. I have a very exciting topic today. So, I am calling this presentation Don't Fear the Robots, Using AI to AI Proof Your Course. And basically, this is another spin-off of the How to Use AI to Supercharge Your Course Design series. So, I know that there's a lot of fear out there that students are going to use AI to complete their coursework for them. And while there is not a fix-all, cure-all solution for this, I have some tips for you that will hopefully dissuade students from doing this. There are ways that you can build AI into your course design that encourages students to use it and to learn to use it ethically and as a tool rather than using it as a crutch or something to complete the assignments for them. So let's dive right in. I want to start this off with a poll. So leave a comment in the comments section. If you are an instructor or teacher, do you think that your students use AI to complete course activities? And the second part of this question is, how do you know? So I know that we don't have a poll system on this live stream, but leave a comment below because I want to know what you think. Personally, when I see students do this, it's more evident in the language that they use. It seems way too polished, and especially in discussion forums, it seems too perfect and not casual enough for a discussion forum. I don't know if you all feel the same, so let me know how you know or why you think students would use or are using AI on your assignments, because I am curious to know when you think so. All right, so let's move on. I am curious to see too how it's split. Are instructors thinking that students are using AI, or do they think that their students are just not accessing it, which could be possible too. So let's talk about some of the fears behind it that we have as instructors or learning and development professionals. So there are fears that students will cheat and they will plagiarize because, as we know, AI tools are not perfect by any means. They hallucinate or make up information and pass it off as factual. They can lie. And so there is the fear that students are using it to cheat, or they may be unintentionally plagiarizing. And if they are using these tools, are they citing these tools so that we know that they're using AI tools? Valid fears, definitely. The third one is what I really want to hone in on. Are students actually learning? If they just copy and paste the activity into an AI tool and then they take whatever the AI tool has given and paste it back into their assignment, how do we know that they're actually learning? And we're really only assessing the tool's knowledge, not their knowledge. But where can we draw that line of they're copying and pasting what the response is from AI? And is that all that they're doing? Have they actually engaged with the material and have they learned anything from the process? It's very hard to tell. And I don't really know that we will be able to define that line as instructors. And then again, as I mentioned, is AI even correct? Who knows? They can lie, hallucinate, make up things just to give an answer. And the way that a lot of AI tools are trained is they're trained to provide an answer for what they're asked to do. So in their training, that may mean, come up with something or make something up, just so they're able to provide that answer of what the prompt is asking them to do. And that, is their end goal. So they may be doing that well. That doesn't mean it's right though. And especially if students don't fact check, or anybody who uses it, instructors may use it or whoever, if they don't fact check the information, they could be spreading untrue information. And then what are other fears? Leave that in the comment section below. What else scares you about AI? I am here to help dispel these fears, hopefully with the rest of my presentation, but there are very valid fears that we deal with as instructors and as students are going into this new age of using AI. So the next question is, how can we fix this? And that is how we have to think as instructors. So and you might have guessed it by the title of my presentation, using AI to AI proof your course. So how can we use the tools to dissuade students from all of those things, plagiarizing, cheating, not fact checking, all of those things. And I do have some tips for you today. So let's jump right into that. So the first thing that I want to mention though is this term, AI resilience. So what that means in terms of a course design project, or when you're creating assignments, activities, discussions, whatever it may be. So you are going to think about integrating AI in ways that enhance learning. So in ways where students can apply AI. So that may be something along the lines of utilizing AI in a way that's similar to the use of it in the field, or the use of it in whatever subject you're teaching. So they're actually applying the tool in practical ways. Analyzing, they can utilize AI and then analyze the response. So look for any errors or any lies that the tool has told them, or anything that isn't correct, so that it helps them get the perspective of, oh, tools are not always correct. It's not ethical for me to just copy and paste it into the tool and then paste out whatever I receive. And then lastly, you can look at it in ways to incorporate the tool, so into the activity, assignment, whatever it is, and utilize the tool in a way that really enhances learning. So AI tools are great for brainstorming activities. They can be really good for things like interviewing a professional, or we've had some use cases at Los Angeles Pacific University where we train the AI chatbot or tool to serve as a psychological patient. So for our psych program, students are able to interact with the AI tool in therapist and patient relationship, where they're able to practice their therapy skills, but they're not actually engaging with a real person, which does help, because the tool is able to help them if they're making mistakes, or to help them just improve their process. So that's just one use case. But think about, when you are creating your activities, how you can integrate AI tools into the activities. Another point is thought partnership. So students can actually engage with the tools if it is a course assistant, a study buddy, a teaching assistant, that type of thing as well. So you can ask students, okay, visit an AI tool and discuss this topic, and then share what you've learned. Where do you think the tool was lacking? What information do you still need clarification on? Those types of things as well. You can also integrate the AI tool to get higher levels of content engagement. At the end of the day, students are going to need to learn how to use AI. It's not going away in the future. It may be called something else, or may evolve to something else, but students will need these skills so that they can be successful in whatever career field they're going into, simply because every career now is going to use AI in some way, shape, or form, for the most part, generally speaking. I'm sure there are exceptions, but that being said, students are going to need these skills so that they're able to be successful in their career. So now it is our responsibility and opportunity to teach them how to use it correctly, how to use it ethically, and we can do this by integrating it into the activities and promoting a higher level of engagement with it, so that they have the opportunity to learn how to use it. And lastly, it allows for more creative learning application. So those are just some of the activities that we've built here at LAPU, but there are so many other ways that you can utilize AI and integrate it into not only the activities, but the course design process as well. So I do just want to put the caveat out there. This is not a cure-all suggestion by any means. It is one potential solution to help us address this. Of course, like I mentioned, there are many exceptions. Some courses don't lend themselves well to AI, and it may not be a fit in all courses, and that's okay. But I am just here to encourage you to have that lens as you're developing course activities, and to think about that and your students as you move forward. So I wanted to put together a little activity for us here. So we have two options here. So pretend that you are asking students to complete an assignment for one of these instructions. Which one do you think is going to be more AI resilient, which is what I mentioned before, more AI friendly per se, where students actually use AI as a tool rather than using it to complete the assignment? So first one we have here, write a 5-paragraph essay analyzing the themes of power and corruption in 1984. So what do we think about that? You can leave it in the chat. And then the second one here is use AI to generate an initial analysis of power and corruption in 1984. Then critique its response. Where is it accurate? Where is it lacking nuance? Revise and expand the analysis using specific examples from the text and historical parallels. I do just want to mention, originally I meant 1984, the book. I forgot to italicize that, so I apologize, but 1984, the book. So you can leave your response in the chat below. Just as a high level though, the option number 1 is something that you could very easily copy and paste into any AI tool, and it will write that 5-paragraph essay for you. So it would take all of 5 minutes for students to copy and paste that into ChatGPT, and then copy that and put it into an APA formatted document and submit it. It goes back to our original fears though. Students could potentially be using that to plagiarize, and that is definitely cheating, and there's no way for us to really analyze whether or not they've learned anything other than how to copy and paste, which isn't usually what we're trying to assess. So definitely for number 2, as you can see, AI is built into the instructions where students are forced to utilize an AI tool and then expand from there. So it is a little bit more AI resilient in the perspective that students will be using the tool and then carefully and critically analyzing the response that they get to look for gaps and to refine it. So you could even ask students to submit, here's a copy and paste transcript of what I got from the AI, and then even in bullet points or something like that, they could continue to expand the analysis just so that there's a very clear delineation of this is what the AI generated content was, and here's what the student content was. So definitely keep that in mind. Just one example. I'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts in the comments, so please add those. And then here's another one. This or that. Use AI to generate a response about the ethics of AI in hiring, then engage in a debate. Defend, critique, or refine the AI perspectives using evidence from recent HR policies and ethical frameworks. And then number 2, discuss the ethical considerations of AI in the hiring processes. So as you can see here, same type of thing. In option 1, students are able to actually use AI to not only debate, but to generate an initial response. So AI can create an initial response about its knowledge and thoughts on this, and then students are supposed to debate about that. So they should come with their own ideas, come with their own evidence and support, or any other content that they want to bring into it. For this specific example, you could ask students to submit a reflection on this, or any number of things to really assess their learning, but you're actually asking them to utilize the tool and then determine any downfalls from it. And then for the second option, again, this is something you could easily copy and paste and just put it right into ChatGPT or another AI tool, and the tool will, develop that for the student. It would take just a few minutes to do, and then the student has submitted it, and it, at the end of the day, is not something that you can assess to see if they have actually mastered the content, or that they actually understand whatever you're trying to assess here. So let's look at how you can AI proof. So number 1, look at the objective. What do students need to do to show mastery of the objective? 2, think about how you can incorporate AI. And there are many, many ways to do this. You can even, and I encourage you, pick an AI tool and ask the tool to help you brainstorm how to do this. So if you have the objective, throw it in there and say, how can I create an engaging and creative assignment to assess this objective where students have to use AI? And I guarantee you, you will be able to come up with many, many ideas based on whatever the tool gives you. Some ideas, again, interview, debate. You can ask the student to utilize AI in a way similar to how it's used in the field. You can provide students with scenarios of how it's used in the field and then ask them to experiment with AI and then share their thoughts about that based on what they've learned. You can develop branching scenarios. You can train AI chatbots to act in a certain way. There's some great gamification tools out there like Rosebud AI. That's a really good gamification tool that is relatively new. You can ask students to investigate and research how AI is used in the field itself. You can ask students to any number of things. There are so many ways that you can utilize AI, and it does take a little bit of investigation and training on your part, because if you do put it in a course, unfortunately, you will probably be the expert and the student, or who the student will turn to if they have issues. So it does take that, but there are just so many use cases that can lead to greater active learning and greater engagement with the course content. And you will be able to really assess if students have learned whatever the objective is. So sorry, that was a tangent. But so number one, objective. Number two, figure out how you can incorporate AI and promote active learning. Number three, a great way to have students do this is through reflections, through sharing their experience, through discussing ethics involved with whatever activity you've had them complete. And then four, you can also bring in the utilization component. So students will analyze, how would this be done in real life? How would I use this in real life? What skills have I learned that I can take into the field or into my future? So both of those pieces kind of go hand in hand, the reflect and utilize, but there are so many ways that you can have students do that and share their experience, reflect on what they've learned, bring in the ethical component, bring in the career component, look at any faults the AI has, look at how it can assist in their career or life moving forward. So many ways. All right, so again, these are just some more ideas. So AI is the starting point, not the final product, and that is the whole idea that I just want to share with you today. And it goes hand in hand with that AI resilience idea as well. You can use AI to enhance personalization and personalized learning, which is so important for students these days. You can look at real world application. You can use it as a research assistant, interviews, branching scenarios, study buddies, debates, and ethical use cases, which I believe we've already covered all of those. If you have any questions or if you have other ideas, please drop them in the comments below. But yes, those are just some of the activities that AI can be used for. Again, and I do just want to share this with you. AI is not the problem by any means. It is the solution. So how we can use AI, build AI into our process, and give students the opportunity to learn and grow with utilizing AI in their school career, their future career, their personal life. All of those things are going to be so helpful for them, and they will be able to leverage those skills into their future. That is our role and responsibility as instructors and as learning and development professionals. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you have some renewed energy, or this inspired you a little bit to go out there and really figure out how you can integrate AI. If you have any thoughts or questions, please leave them in the comments below, because I want to learn more. Thank you for your time. And I am just really excited to share this information. I have utilized AI in several different ways. So if you are coming up with a blank, or you like the idea but you're not sure where to start, also leave a comment below, because I am more than happy to share my lessons learned, or to give you a little jump start on that, and to help you be AI forward in your classroom as well. Thank you so much. And I hope that you will all tune in again next time.